Well, good evening. They say third time is a charm. I'm hoping that this is true as it pertains to this discussion video. My name is Karen Simmons Clifton. I am your classmate that is determined not to be defeated. Um, I am grateful for our professor giving us the uh, option of doing video posts. And so I'm going to chat with you a bit about my experience dealing with borderline personality disorders. But before I go into detail, I'm just going to provide you with what the DSM-5 says we see when we're dealing with a borderline personality disorder client. It says on page 645 that BPD is a pattern of instability in interpersonal relationships, self-image, and affects, and it is marked by impulsivity. Um, and I'm sure everyone has one of these handy dandy books. If not, you can't live without it in this profession, if you will. And so I do have a black young lady, late 20s, early 30s, that I strongly believe suffers with borderline personality disorder. Um, she has her impulsivity and dangerous behaviors, if you will, deals with the multiple relationships, and uh, she ties the success or the lack thereof of the relationship to her not being pretty enough, not having the right shape, um, being too crazy for them. Um, there's been times in our sessions, our conversations, if you will, where she has a set of expectations that only she knows about. She has had internal dialogues of how things should go. And when the date, the person does not live up to her internal expectations, she goes down this rabbit hole. And her impulsive actions are the texting, the blessings. I can't believe you didn't stay with me 5 more minutes. I can't believe this, this, and that. What is your problem? You're this, you're that. You don't like me anymore. Is it because I don't look as good as the other girl? And so she goes off on this tangent. And then the next day, it is kind of like an abuser or something. They're apologetic. She's apologetic. And, oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so stupid. I'm crazy. I can't believe I did that. And so in sessions, um, I would ask, you know, and one of the things I loved about the videos that we watched, I believe it was, I'm going to put on my glasses because everything is fuzzy wuzzy right now. Dr. Bateman, when dealing with the mentalization based therapy, what's behind the question or the behavior? What's going on in one's mind? What's going on in our mind? And so I definitely would ask her, hey, so what was the thought behind that action? What was going on that only you knew about? And let's talk about that. And it tend to assist her in separating fact from fiction, if you will. Um, but definitely the poor social functioning. Um, she had history of presenting this way, but on the insides, this internal screaming and embarrassment and the low self-esteem. And it has been a very good journey, actually, to see her come in. Hey, I did it. I resisted going down the rabbit hole. That is the term we have attached. I got to get it all out, blasting the person. And then the next morning reading what she said, I'm like, why did I do that? And so we've also kind of what the clinician did in the life passage video would ask, why do you think that happened? What was behind the thought of the thought? Or what was the event behind the thought? Where did this residue come from? And so she has discovered, doing so, she has discovered the one relationship, that intense love relationship that broke her heart, damaged her ego, damaged her self-worth, her self-esteem, her self-confidence, and anything that reminds her of that hurt, it just sets her on a tangent. And so we've talked about that, the residual trauma, if you will. And was it her, or was there some things going on with him? What says it always have to be about her? Why can't the other person be accountable for some of their funk, if you will? And to see that light bulb come on, like, that is a very good point. They do have some funk. And so there's been some highs, there's been some lows, but lately more highs. And just like the lady in the Life Passage video, uh, whenever she goes down the rabbit hole, she'll come to the next session. Oh, you're going to hate me. And then the tears, I'm like, no, I'm not going to hate you. But let's talk about why you think I would. What has occurred? What's going on? Not what did you do? I don't ask that, but what has occurred? What's going on? And this is my very first time hearing of MBT, excuse me, and transference focused therapy. And so it was very interesting. Frank Yeomans, excuse me, understanding the features of BPD, 4 areas of difficulties that he stated in his brief video were emotions, relationships, acting out behaviors. You know, there's that impulsivity, the dangerous behaviors, and the person's sense of self-identity. Who am I? My client, she even cut all of her hair off, but it was to create a new identity, since people didn't seem, you know, the other identity had so many bad memories, which can be good, but you know, to evolve into a healthier version of self, definitely. And so we process that as well. And so it has been a good journey. Some of the things, empowering her when I give her homework assignments, excuse me, early in our therapeutic relationship, her response would be, oh, I can't, I'm not strong enough, I'm not good enough. And my response would be, well, says who? Where did you get that information? Is it fact, or is it fiction, or is it just funk? And to see her, well, you know, I don't know. It could be funk. I said, I think it might be funk because I think that you're strong enough. I think that you could do anything you put your mind to. And to see that light bulb come on is very rewarding. So that's my short version of this third video. Very insightful. It was very good to see in the Life Passage video her transition just from and be able to reassign definitions, identify the struggle with the identification issues of identifying with her mom and refusing to be that vulnerable, weak, passive woman, and now life events had placed her in a situation that she was feeling vulnerable, and it sucked. And to see him help her travel through that was very empowering. It's kind of like solution focus with a twist. And so it was very good. And if I was to leave you with a lingering question, which is part of the assignment, so I will, would be, I'm going to tie it into the MBT statement that Dr. Bateman stated. He said MBT is the ability to mind others' minds, to understand misunderstandings, to see oneself from the outside and others from the inside. So my question to you would be, when was the last time you stepped outside of yourself and saw from the inside of the person sitting across from you? And are you willing to do so if you never have? And how would that look? Thank you. I hope this video makes it to your eyes and to your ears. Have an amazing weekend and happy Resurrection Day. God bless. Bye.